What a dumb game. What the fuck?
Look at Coco.
Is this where we start the video? Like, is this?
Look at him go.
Next up, an update on the Pokemon.
Oh shit! All right. Hi guys.
Yeah.
Welcome to Peach Plant Productions. I'm Momo.
Hi.
I guess we're just gonna watch through this real quick, and then we'll go back through.
Live reaction.
Oh
wow,
god.
that actually looks okay.
They look. Oh whoa.
What was that?
I thought it was Zoroark.
Actually, I take it back. Kind of looks like ass. What the fuck is that?
Whoopers.
What was that?
Okay.
Were those Whooper regionals?
I'm so excited for how big this area is. Hi, we're in school.
Today we begin
God, this looks like shit.
What?
treasure hunt.
What? Treasure hunt?
Travel
Also, we don't
across
have headphones. I don't have headphones, and
What the fuck?
You can ride on them. Wait, why does he have wheels if he's just running? You can climb? You can fly? This is awesome. They're literally just making Arceus. Water.
Wow, yeah, this is major fucking. Ooh, Qfin.
Why is he running?
The rich culture. Sunflower was like, kill
that's
me.
Cute. I like all the environment. What is that?
That's what I got spoiled for me.
Dough ball?
Oh, these
Was it just
okay.
like
Some of these
whipped cream?
textures look good, but then it's like, all right, it's still.
What the
oh, look at
batteries?
that! That was bad.
Who's he? Who's he? Who's he? Who's he? Oh my god! The buy panic in this game, I swear. Wow.
Wow.
Oh. Oh my god. Who
Wow,
are
there's
those
a lot.
people? Who is that?
Ooh, she's cute.
What is that? It's a whale.
I want it. I want it. I don't want that.
What the hell?
Dude, some of the frames in this are so bad.
This following Pokemon?
More customization too.
Oh, ride gang up, guys. Tron
Are the legendaries
motorcycles.
just your bike?
I guess so. Scizor! Oh, I'm having Scizor. Fantastic.
Wyvern, okay.
It looks like maybe you can
Trading?
put your Pokemon
Trading, maybe?
out, just like in Arceus, that you can interact with them.
That'd be great.
Find some treasures. What is this? Ice? What is this?
What is happening? What?
Diamond ring Persian? Oh, sorry for that burp, guys.
What the hell am I looking at?
What kind of don't? Okay, so raids?
So like, the gimmick is gems? Oh, that's kind of lame.
Is it like Z moves kind of a thing?
treasure hunt.
Let the treasure hunt begin.
Oh, that was lame. I hope that's not the gimmick. No, I mean, that is the gimmick, but like, what?
Huh.
Starting to get a clearer picture of your adventures to come in the
A clear adventure.
Are we getting a clear adventure?
I
You just
don't
showed a
know.
lot.
You just showed like crystals and land and people. I am excited about the people though. It looked like the blue-haired person was a gym
Cool,
leader.
that's just
Titles in the
Arceus.
Pokemon series
Literally.
are the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon
It looks like they
Violet
have
games.
like they color coordinate the
Kyori
uniforms.
fucking
Open world
orange or
RPG.
grapes.
A first for the Pokemon series.
Open world RPG confirmed. Wow. Holy
Love
shit.
that.
Sprawling landscapes and vibrant towns
Sprawling
weave
landscape. This
together
looks
to
pretty
form the
good. I'm
Paldea
excited.
region,
Like
where
the
your new
environment
adventure will
feels good.
The idea looks good.
Yeah.
The execution
No.
so far.
No. And I think it's I'm
Miraidon.
wondering if we get them
You'll
right
rely
off
on
the
one of them
bat
as a
that we
partner
just
in your adventure.
have access to
part-
these
it's your partner.
legendaries.
Look at this.
You'll dash across grassy fields.
You're gonna be a Tron bike. He's just running. The wheels
to
don't
the
even
sky.
touch the ground.
Well, that was water, so yeah, I would hope
Your
not.
partner can change forms as needed while you
That's kind of
explore every
awesome.
nook and cranny
Oh,
of the region with
Mareeps,
them.
though. I like that it's all terrain, so you aren't switching between
That is nice.
You will be
Pokemon.
enrolling
I
at a
like that we're
certain
going to
academy
this
as a student.
academy and school, like a library. Oh,
And a special independent
Who's
study
that?
project awaits you. The treasure hunt.
I'm fancy,
Through
I have Premier
you'll
Bows.
embark
This
on a journey
guy
to find
reminds me
treasure
of
your
the
own, here in
elegant
Paldea.
guy from Spy Family.
3 grand stories are waiting for you.
Elegant.
One story will revolve
Oh,
around the
the Mono.
familiar gym battles. You'll go to 8 Pokemon gyms and aim for the
Gosh,
champion
reading
rank.
and trying to
In
watch
these
this is
games,
so hard
there
because
is
I'm
no
just
set
trying to
path
take it
you
all
must
in.
take when challenging the gyms.
Wait a minute.
Ooh.
Wait,
Own course
wait a
along
fucking minute. We'll go back and
Victory
look. They just said there's no set gym path. You can do them in an order.
The other 2
What?
stories you'll experience hold many surprises and discoveries as well.
Like it's
Which story
choose
will you
your
begin with?
own.
Yes.
How will you progress through them?
How are they
It is
gonna do
all
that?
I don't
up to
know.
You.
That's exciting.
I hope it's how I want
Who
them
are
to.
these people? Ooh, man, the girl with the black hair is hot.
Professor Sada
So are they.
and
Oh, that's-
Professor Churro.
Churro?
Research legends passed on
I didn't know
in
his-
the
Churro?
Chaldea
Oh,
region.
Churro.
Mr. Clavel is the director of the academy you'll attend.
Clavel?
Oh, he changes
And
on
Mr.
region.
Jacques
Who is
your
that?
homeroom teacher.
Bro, put
He
your
teaches
feet away.
biology.
Jacques?
Teaches
You'll have
biology.
your battle-loving friend, Nimona.
Cute.
Love her.
And you'll meet
Who
Arvin,
is this?
an upperclassman and a great cook.
Arvin?
great
Upperclassman?
cook.
There's also Penny,
Cute
a shy
backpack.
student in your grade.
Oh, Penny.
There are gym leaders
Non-binary
too,
representation,
like Grusha,
baby.
the ice-type
Grusha?
gym leader.
Grusha? Hi.
People you meet in
Hi.
Chaldea are sure
Hi.
to enrich your adventures.
Mommy, I mean.
God. Serving us.
Many different species of Pokemon,
Single parent
also called
people.
Why is that
Chaldea
pine coat
region
so high res?
I don't know. Oh, he's got
regional form
bones
of
for
Wooper.
antennas.
It lives on the land and covers its body with a poisonous film.
Poisonous film.
Fido are delightfully
what is
squishy
it?
It's
Pokemon.
Fido.
Fido!
Here's Cetitan, which has a large body and a
Oh
hard
my god,
horn
I'm
that
having Fido.
freezes surroundings.
Cetitan?
Satitan.
Of course, we also have
Cetitan?
the Pokemon from which
Land
you'll choose
whale?
your first partner.
I'm here for land whale.
For Gatito, Fuecoco,
Nah, we've seen this. Give us the
And
evolution.
This is not new.
Give us the evolution.
enjoy
Mudbray.
meeting lots of Pokemon.
Enjoy this Mudbray as well.
I'll be honest
And
though, the
complete your
Pokemon, the
Pokédex as
pre-existing
part of your
Pokemon that they're introducing seem like a pretty good
Yeah.
new
Oh, that was
Pokedex.
cool.
Wow! If all the Pokedex entries are like that, that would be really
By
fun to
using
see.
the Union Circle, you can enjoy co-op play.
Here,
with up
guys,
to
spawn
3
into my
friends.
game. We're gonna all
can go
ride
look
our
for
light
Pokemon
cycles
you
and
haven't
play
yet discovered.
Tron in the open
Or even
fields.
ride
Yep,
together
there you go.
That's so
across the
cool.
I really
Enjoy
wonder
all the
how this is
Chaldea
gonna
region has to offer with
like
family
actually
and friends.
pan out.
Yeah, they're... Oh, okay.
Terrastall?
I can't even say this. Terrestrialize?
The
Terrastalize?
Terrastal phenomenon makes Pokemon shine like gems.
I mean, it's interesting. It's like a weird Z move because they're is it like the certain types of
It's just going to be based on
Pokemon?
type. Like fire types
Yeah.
are just going to have candles on their head. Grass will have gems.
All
These will
Pokemon
have
in the Chaldea
fountains.
region are
I mean,
able
that's
to
cool.
terrestrialize, which
It's
can
just
provide
kind
a
of an
boost
assault to
Pokemon's
the
type
eyes.
and make its moves
I think
stronger.
it's fun though.
I really want
But it
past
seems
and
like you get
present.
Some
early.
Pokemon will change type when they terrestrialize.
Oh? Oh, we'll fucking get balloons, so now he's flying type.
Naturally.
What type they become seems to depend on that Pokemon's Terra type.
Terra types?
It's already water. I'm confused.
For example, an Eevee would typically remain normal type after
So
terrestrializing.
what? Can it be like
But there could
electric
be
and
Eevee that become
oh yeah,
grass or
okay.
water type after terrestrializing.
Huh. Interesting.
How do you know?
We hope you'll
I
try to
don't know.
catch Pokemon with rare
Oh,
Terra
okay, so you
types.
can find them in the wild. Terra raids. With
Wow, I'm not
allies?
gonna
Pokemon
lie,
that
this is a
have rare
fucking lot of
Terra types
information.
This is
are
a
more likely
lot.
to appear in Terra raid battles.
I'm very intrigued though. Oh, ooh, Gardevoir. Ugh.
You can
Why are you
challenge Terra
looking like
Pokemon
that?
in these battles with up to 3 other trainers.
Wow, she's water?
This is a new kind
guess.
of raid battle where you can attack or heal with your
Huh.
own timing
This
without
is
having to
very
wait for
interesting.
your
Heal your.
allies.
Wow, so you can change the timing?
Try to cooperate with your allies to
Cooperate
get the upper hand.
Wow, it's more
in
like
this battle.
Pogo. You just like attack.
Just go. That's kind of
That's
fun.
nice.
I felt like
After
it
you
made
successfully defeat a
the
Terra
raids
Pokemon,
very slow
you'll
when
get
you
the
had to go on a
opportunity
turn
to catch
base.
it for yourself.
I genuinely think this gimmick is fucking stupid.
Okay.
But like looking at this from a gameplay standpoint is probably going to be hella fun.
Yeah.
Like changing types and grinding for different type of normal type Pokemon. That's wild.
Oh,
We've
Smoliv.
kept all the things
Oh,
you
like
love
Chol.
about
Cool, so my
Pokemon,
team so far is
while
going to be
evolving
Scizor,
the
Smoliv,
adventure you
and
can have in
Fido
Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet.
in one of the starters. I don't know.
We hope you look forward to the day you set out on
This
your
is so
adventure.
interesting.
I can't believe the legendaries are just your pet. Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
honestly.
Wild change.
Participating retailers now.
Receive a special Pikachu.
It knows the move fly.
Okay.
Begins in 3 months.
Thanks for reminding me.
Oh my gosh. I'm excited. That was fun.
All for today's presentation. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Arigatou gozaimashita. Wow.
That's kind of wild.
Okay, I mean, okay, let's sit with it.
Where does it start? There we go. All right, no sound. All right, yeah, so...
This looks great. I mean, like, fullness. Texture-wise, this still looks like absolute hot-ass garbage.
Fullness, textures, execution, animations, ass.
Yeah.
The idea and what they're actually doing, oh my god. Thank you for finally doing this.
Yeah.
This is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that they... Oh, no.
Oh.
I cannot believe that they're actually going to do... You can do gym leaders in any order that you want.
I'm very excited for that. But they also said that there's like 3 paths that you can take, or 3 stories.
The 3 stories are totally separate things. Like one of the stories, as they were saying, because I have the headphones on, so sorry, but one of the stories is just doing the gyms, and then there's 2 other stories that don't revolve around the gyms. So it's probably trials, or like, who knows, maybe just the bad guys or something like that, who knows. But one of the trials is just straight up doing the gym battles, and you can do them in any order. That's wicked.
That's very exciting. Oh, that Pachirisu.
Oh god, this Pachirisu is so bad. The fact that they okayed this to be in the game, like, awesome, really nice. Okay, that's great. Pineco is highly textured for some reason. That Pachirisu in the corner is unexcusable. That looks like ass.
God, these people are hot.
Yeah, all these characters are wicked. Like,
I think the concept of going to a school, though, is really interesting.
Yeah.
And the terrain that they have mapped out seems interesting. They're really going for almost like gender neutral designs, which is super fun to see in like the NPCs, because I feel like they've always had just extremely high feminine or hyper masculine designs, and given like there was Macho Man there, but
I was gonna say, have you seen the professors?
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that like the mix of it will be really interesting, and the fact that it's like different aged classmates and stuff like that too. Yeah,
the fact that you're interacting with a lot of characters in a full world is pretty exciting. So.
Yeah. What do you think of this?
I still think it's stupid.
Why?
I think it's more so me of just like hyping it up for what everybody else was speculating it to be. Like the fact that you have everything lining up to be like past and present, or past and future, or something like that, and everything kind of be like, wow, this guy's like so in the future, this guy's so in the past, and it's like, all right, what's your gimmick? Everything turns to crystals, and you're just kind of like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? You know, that just kind of doesn't make any sense to me. I think the primitive versions and the future versions of Pokemon, instead of just doing crystals, would have been really, really cool.
But that'd be too much. I mean,
would it though?
To make like futuristic or ancient versions of every single Pokemon.
No, not every Pokemon.
Or like pull a Mega Evolution where it's select few.
I mean, is that so much to ask? Like,
well, no.
That I feel like would have been... I don't know, I just feel like that would have been interesting. However, this does have... Like I was saying earlier, whenever we were reacting to it, I think the gimmick is stupid. I think it looks stupid.
Paldea?
But I think the gimmick, whenever we get to playing with it, my tone will change and it will be fun and very innovative. Like, there's a little bit of a grind now to get certain type of Pokemon to do their whatever crystallizing in a certain type, instead of just, you know, looking for shiny Pokemon. You know, there's a grind for competitive edges or something like that, which is fun. This is also wild.
I'm really excited to be able to explore the terrain, and that just tells me that it's going to be expansive. You can tell it's a big environment, but now you can really tell it's going to be big.
It's also going to be big in this fact that this is an open world game, unlike Arceus, which was open world in regions, kind of like how they do in Monster Hunter. But this is going to be like, nah, you're open world, so that's going to be wild. I also think that the 2 legendaries being like your bike, Jesus Christ, excuse me, is so left field bonkers that it like works. Yeah. It's something that's like, this is so ridiculous that I'm okay with it.
Well, but I'm wondering, it's like we've already obtained these legendary Pokemon. Is there going to be a third kind of like Eternatus in Sword and Shield.
Well, I don't think we've obtained them, though. Have we obtained them? I haven't seen them battle with them.
I mean, to sit here and go like, oh, whoa, you gotta go discover them, like, this is new, kind of a thing.
Well, it looks like in the story, because their little bike terrestrial forms look totally different from what they look like in the box art, or whenever they're showing another screen of this, of them kind of like transforming into their ultra form. So it's like once they do that, then you get to do something with them or whatever, instead of them just being your bike. So all the characters are great.
I'm excited.
I think they're very, very entertaining, very well designed.
Is the style growing on you? I know that you didn't much care for it before, because it was too kind of leaning in the more humanistic. Hi, Lou.
I'm all right with it. Something about it is still kind of dead. Like, everything still looks kind of... I mean, that looks great. She looks dead. She looks dead. Like, there's just some of it... I don't know, they're mixing a lot of... This looks great. This looks bad. You know, kind of like how I'm recently playing the newest Ratchet & Clank game on PS5. Now, granted, a PS5 is totally different from a Switch, but it's like all of their cutscenes are, from what I can tell, done in-engine. So it's like you come out of a cutscene into gameplay, it looks the same. Whereas it's like, oh, here's gameplay. It's like really choppy, and you can see the hard edges of the pixels.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, here's also a high-fidelity cutscene. And you're like, oh, like these guys right here. Like, that looks pretty good for a Switch. I don't know if that's going to be in the game, but it looks okay. And you kind of sit there and you just go, why can't we just, like, take a little bit less of this and put it more into the gameplay, because the gameplay still kind of just looks shitty.
Yeah. Well, and I just still don't understand why. The Pokédex stuff seems super fun and interesting.
Yeah, very.
Side note.
So does the multiplayer.
Yeah. Wasn't there something around here that you wanted to point out?
I don't remember.
You saw something. Oh, no.
Probably
it was
about
the
the gyms.
gyms. That's right. Well, and I'm wondering, I'm still curious on how you do battles and encounters with other people in your world. I mean, there you go, but like, how does it work?
Probably just battle. I don't understand what needs to work.
Well, I mean, if you're like encountering wild Pokemon.
Oh, and someone, I don't know.
Is that going to be a joint thing?
I wonder how, like, you join, too. Like, could you have someone that's just, like, massively higher level than you come in and join? Like, that's going to be interesting. I also just think the design of this is kind of lazy. It's like everything just becomes crystallized, and you have whatever typing affiliated with each thing. So like I was saying, of like, water's a fountain, fire's a candle, grass is flowers. Yeah. And it's kind of just like, wow, once you do that...
Go back a second.
Like, there's flying, it's just balloons. What are we going back to?
I'll tell you when to pause.
Okay.
Once it gets to the Pikachu. Yeah, there you go. Pause. Okay. What do you think of the interface? It looks like it's fairly Arceus, but it's...
Yeah, I mean, it looks whatever. I don't see anything that's like, wow, this is terrible.
It just kind of feels plain.
I mean, I think they have to make it plain, because then it takes away from the allure of everything else. But also, I can see where you're saying that, because everything just looks fucking empty.
Yeah. Well, because I'm so used to the bars on the top and the bottom, and we're so zoomed in on the Pokemon and stuff like that. But this makes me think that we can move around in the battle, at least with the camera.
I would say probably not. But, I mean, I have no idea. I don't really think that's anything that I'm too concerned about.
Yeah, I don't think it would like take me out of it, but it was just, it felt empty. I'm not mad at this. The texturing somehow makes the models feel more high res than anything else in the game.
Yeah, these little battle things that they're doing here, this does look good, but it's still just kind of like, I don't like see, oh wow, it's water type, we put a fountain on it. Wow, it's grass type, we put flowers on it. So it's just kind of like back to that kind of Z-move laziness of like, does, you know, how we have Gigantamax of like, everything can Gigantamax, but some Gigantamax have different things. So it's like, do some things have different crystal forms, or maybe do we do this, that, or the other? I don't know. I think just, again, gameplay-wise, it'll probably be really fun. And I think actually watching these raids, this looks like a ton of fun. I'd love to be able to play that with some people.
Yeah.
But like, just looking at this gimmick, and if you just sit down and kind of boil it down to what it is, it's like, this is really stupid. Like, you have...
I wouldn't say it's stupid. I think that's harsh. But, I mean, I just don't think it's your cup of tea, and I'm personally indifferent with it.
I'm just saying, what they're doing with the gameplay, it's the same with the game. Like, the idea of what you're trying to do is sound. It's just that your execution and your visuals and everything else about it, to me, is trash.
Yeah.
Like, that, I feel like you could have done that in a different way that thematically would have made sense, because you obviously have this future versus past thing going on.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, what's the gimmick? Crystals. And I was like, that doesn't, like, unless they're going to reveal more information, that just doesn't make sense. And I'll give it a grain of salt of like, yeah, cool, in Sword and Shield, the Pokemon getting big doesn't make any sense too, but it's like, they had a story for it, and for Sword and Shield, you weren't really expecting anything, because I don't know what you could think of thematically as your gimmick for Sword and Shield. I don't even remember what the speculation was for that, but whenever you have so many people that are like, oh, it's gonna be this, and I get it, I probably shouldn't believe leaks so much, but it's still just kind of like...
Well, I mean, you're definitely putting the cart before the horse, because there could be a third legendary, just like in Sword and Shield, that explains why there's this ability to do this terrestrializing, or whatever it's called, terrestrializing.
Sure.
You know, I think they're going to introduce a third legendary, and it's going to bring in this element of crystals in some capacity. And, you know, I definitely see your point in struggling how they're going to kind of loop in this, you know, past future theme. Like, how do these legendary Pokemon that we're riding on, how do they fit in this story? What's their origin story? Why are they here? I don't know. I feel like the only thing I'm dissatisfied with is I just want more story. I want to know something about the bad guys. Give me something. And they're really keeping that under wraps, and it's making me feel like they're pulling a Sword and Shield where we're not going to show you the true bad guys. Even though it was, spoiler alert, Rose, and that Team Yell was not a bad team, you know? I don't know. But...
No, that totally makes sense. I mean, I think Rose being the bad guy was like the only redeeming quality of Sword and Shield, of having like a very good conclusion there with their story. And I think that they could be hiding some more good story here behind those kind of paths that I was telling you about, of like, oh, you can do the gym, or you can do this or that. I think that might heed more to it, but I think truly, again, I will sit here for the first time and applaud Game Freak or whoever the fuck made this, and say that I asked for a few things, being open world, do gyms in whatever order, you know, kind of have this really fun multiplayer gameplay to play with friends, and they delivered on all three of those. Will some of these things I possibly be dissatisfied with? Possibly. I don't know how fleshed out this trailer is. I'm sure that this trailer was probably produced and looked at and completed months ago, not the actual 3 months before the release, so I'm hoping that graphics can be better, but to me still looks kind of trashy, hoping that gets better. And just I know I'm being harsh, but I'm just like doubling down on, I think that Gems is just stupid. Like, it, again, the gameplay of it will be cool, just the idea of it, I think how you say, like, yes, there could be that third legendary to make it all make sense, but it's still like, if you put those gems in Sword and Shield, or if you put those gems in, I don't even know, Black White, you're just kind of sitting there like, okay, like, that's your gimmick, that makes sense. But it's like, you so clearly have defined everybody and gave us hints that this is going to be past present, and then you said, go fuck yourself, we're doing gems. I think it's just the fact that it's like, there's such a much better idea here for having a gimmick, and then you went the complete opposite direction, where it's like, oh, here's this, that, or whatever. In some other games, when you had a gimmick, it's like, that didn't...
I think you're putting the cart before the horse, though.
That doesn't make sense. How am I doing that?
The Z moves for Sun and Moon, you know, the, oh my gosh, what are they called? not the Tapus, the Kahunas, that they taught you the Z moves, or at least their trials did, so they integrated it in the story. But if you didn't know the story and you just saw these Z moves, I would think the same thing, right?
That's not what I'm saying, though. In Sun and Moon, you had two legendaries that looked kind of the same, and thematically you were doing whatever in Hawaii, so the usual consumer, myself or some other person, isn't sitting here saying, oh, the gimmick has to be this because they're this. It's like, no, everybody was thinking the gimmick was going to be this, and then you didn't do that.
But no, the Sun and Moon had the theme of space for their legendaries, and then the Z moves had nothing to do with space. So it's taking the same logic here of we have future and past legendaries, that's their theme, equivalent to space, and then something completely unrelated that's this gimmick, right? So they could loop it into the story like how Sun and Moon did of you learn it through these trials, or the treasure hunt, that they're saying maybe you have to find these jewels for each type in order to unlock different forms or something like that. Like maybe that's the treasure hunt, the Spanish conquistadors or something, like, I don't know, maybe that might be the gimmick. I don't know, but I'm not judging it for its randomness, because no, ultimately it doesn't fit based off of what we've seen, but we don't know anything story wise, so that's why I'm personally not judging it based off of that.
I see what you're saying there.
Yeah.
Kind of. But it's also like the Z moves fucking suck too. So
oh yeah, no, I agree. They're
terrible
stupid.
Example. But I think it also is just kind of like, you have literally fucking Caveman Professor, you have Tron Man Professor, you have Tron Man Legendary, you have Caveman Dinosaur. Your gimmick is fucking crystals.
But they didn't release any information on the story. Literally none.
Well, that makes me believe I know that there's the other paths, but then it's kind of just like your story now just kind of becomes like a nothing burger of like there's no importance of this past present thing because there's no gimmicks.
But you don't know that.
They would have said something about it. Like
they should have said something about the bad team, but they didn't.
Well, what's the bad team gonna do?
I don't know. Disrupt the time continuum with gems.
Yeah,
they're literally gonna be Thanos.
That's stupid.
It's gonna be Thanos. But with like 12 gems because of all the types.
You have a fucking bionic dinosaur and a dinosaur, and you said fancy jewelry.
I do like shiny things. Whatever.
I wanted fucking primal Pokemon and future Pokemon so bad. I think I did just like hype myself up from leaks. Not even leaks, but just people speculating. I'm just like,
oh, there were a bunch of leaks.
Look at fucking future Steelix and primal Primeape. It's like, isn't this cool? It's like, fuck yeah, it is. All right, well, go fuck yourself. You put a fountain on top of Quaxley, and that's what you get. And it's like, that's fair, dumb.
A lot of the leakers were saying that there was this future forms, historic forms, kind of in that spread like wildfire. And that's the point where I was done with Pokemon leaks. I'm like, if that's the case, you guys just release the whole gimmick. But funny enough, you're wrong.
If that actually is the case, I would be surprised if there was 2 gimmicks.
Maybe.
Instead of, because that
would be that'd be too much.
That would make this game, I think the game would be fine. I think it would be a little overwhelming, but it would also be setting itself up to fail afterwards.
Go back to Penny to look at their backpack.
Yes, an Eevee.
Yeah, it's so funny. To interrupt real quick, I saw Penny was spoiled for me. The backpack.
Wow, that's the thing that was spoiled for you?
Yeah. Well, because I was on TikTok and people were like, the Pokemon official Instagram accounts have been posting evolutions. Is this hinting for a new evolution in this game, this generation? Penny has an Eevee backpack. It's like, no, Pokemon was posting it because it was Friendship Day. This person might have a whole team of Eevees, we don't know.
Also,
but it was just so funny that people like weren't even like, reading the description. It's like, oh, they posted 2. Are they going to post one every single day till the trailer? And it was like,
also Eevee is like their unofficial second mascot.
Yeah. It's like the equivalent of having like the Pokemon lovers couple where they just like have Pikachu, like it's admirers, and they just like have Pikachus. It's like, oh. Anyways, I just thought that was funny. So clearly there's no evolution, but if there is, sweet.
Closing thoughts.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm excited. I am lowering my expectations because I just want food. I got what I wanted. The gyms in any order. Pokemon following you potentially. Open world, and confirmed Caesar and Gengar and Sylveon, half my team. Fido's so cute. Character design looks great. Gimmick, yeah, whatever. I'm not here or there. I never really fell into using the gimmicky stuff anyways, because it just felt cheap to me.
The only gimmick I ever used was Mega.
Yeah.
Like any other gimmick is just fucking so stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like, if your opponent can't do it, then why should I be doing it? So... but other than that, I think this was a solid like 7.5 out of 10. This was a lot more information than what I thought we were gonna get, and I think that's really exciting. But when are we getting the final evolutions? When?
Probably September. God. No, September's the next month. We probably won't. Unless they give like an October trailer or something.
At least give us the second evolutions to see where we're going.
I don't think they will, simply because we would have gotten them. I think we would have gotten them in this trailer, because that lines up with the Sun and Moon, not Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield. Like, they totally, at this point, whenever they were releasing it, we got Thwacky and Cinderace and Sobble, or not Sobble, whatever the fuck his name is, who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dritzel? I don't know.
Who cares?
What are your
Green gloves.
Thoughts? Green gloves.
I give it a 7.5 as well.
Grippy sock doctor.
Dude, he's the grippy glove doctor.
You had to go visit the grippy sock doctor.
Okay. Because we're talking about Drizzile.
I'm so tired.
I also give it a 7.5 simply by taking it from 10 and deducting from everything I don't like. Sure, I'm putting the cart before the horse. I still think the gems are fucking dumb.
Okay, and you are allowed to feel that way.
I think the gameplay will be fine. Like, I really do. I just think that the idea of that is stupid. I'm just like... something in my head, I don't know how I'd come up with it. This is the classic, like, oh, you should just do that. Oh, well, do you think you could do better? No. Well, then shut up. And it's like, well, I just know for a fact thematically that if they did that, you can't tell me that they couldn't have done the same exact thing. Instead of crystals, it was like future or past or something like that. Of like, once you do it, oh, he gets future abilities, and like the future is
it's easier to go based off of types than it is to give them forms, because you give them like a Tron screen or a bone.
Well, not even if you do forms, you can do the same thing of like they put crystals on it, but it's like just thematically for me it makes more sense of like these Pokemon, they are future whatever, and they don't have a form, they just have, I don't fucking know,
future normal beam.
Yeah, they just have different, they're exactly the same, they just have a different texture, and they have, I don't know, maybe their fucking tail turns into a jet or something like that. It's not anything like super major of like, wow, Galarian, like Galarian Slowbro type, oh, it's totally different, or so Gigamax Charizard.
You want Gigamax moves, essentially.
I want the gimmick of like these, your type changes, or like this, that, or the other, but to be centered around this theme that makes more sense of past and future. Of like, oh, these Pokemon, since they're future, they have a proclivity to get steel type. electric type, fire type. These ones from the past are more proclivity to get rock, water, grass, something like that. And that's how you delineate them instead of just like, crystals, crystals. Like, yeah, sure, maybe it makes sense, but it's just like, it fucking comes out of nowhere and makes no sense.
I guess.
So I took off a point for that.
Bad graphics.
I will also take off a point from graphics. Again, execution, or just the idea of the game, open world, whatever the fucking bike legendary is, whatever, all of that going on, multiplayer, gyms. Got a lot of information, honestly. I think getting a lot of information for quality of life and how the game works instead of like, oh my god, here's what Lechonk evolves into. So much more valuable. So that was awesome. However, lots of instances in this trailer already where you can see that these Pokemon are running behind you at 4 frames a second. You're like, that is... I'm sorry. I know this game's huge. It's probably going to play great. That is inexcusable. Like, we just played Arceus. Nothing like that happened. It seemed pretty smooth for the most part, unless a Staraptor was flying in the air fucking 800 yards away from you. Nothing really kind of jittered. There were 2 instances where a Pokemon was 4 inches from the screen, and it was 5 frames a second. That is inexcusable. And then I think probably just the other half point is just like minor things here and there of like, I'm not going to give you a perfect score just because I want to keep my ideas of like what's going on, tame. I want to keep it tame. I'm not going to sit here and get myself hyped up again and then be disappointed, but I'm feeling good. So.
I feel like that's how you have to kind of approach modern day Pokemon games now, is just have no expectations.
You have to approach Pokemon as an older person. Because any 8-year-old is like...
like my nephew, he would be losing his fucking nuts.
Not even if this was your nephew. Just imagine yourself when you were 10 and you're picking up your first Pokemon game.
I mean, shiny Pokemon? Hell yeah.
Like, this is so cool.
Well, yeah. Anyways, I'm sure we probably rambled enough. Overall, okay.
Also, totally forgot that this is paused on Penny for the entire time. So that's
it's
awesome.
Fine. All right. Well, Peach Plant Productions gives it a 7.5 for the information that has been provided. I'm very intrigued to see more. I'm happy to go back on the internet after not having it for a whole day and seeing all the art that people have done.
Anytime there is a trailer and we want to react to it and we have to be off internet,
it sucks.
We're on Eastern time. This released at 9. Both of us had to stay late.
In the morning.
Both of us had to stay late at work, and we didn't. We're watching this at 8 p.m. We weren't able to be on the internet to not get spoiled for the entire day. I can't tell if that's like, wow, poor us, or like, wow, we're way too dependent on being on Twitter.
Both.
Yeah.
Both. If Fido does not come in a pumpernickel for its shiny, I'm rioting. Like, if you do not give us good shinies for these new Pokemon, I'll be sad. Still give me Black Olive, Small Olive.
I mean, if anything is more... 100% set in stone, it's that they're going to give us ass shinies, so
probably
might as well not get your hopes up for that one.
Well,
anyways,
let us know your thoughts. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, if you stayed this long, tell us which version you're going to get and what feature you saw from this that you were most excited for.
And also, tell us what your least favorite thing is, because there's no way this is a 10 out of 10 for everybody unless you're under the age of 10. What didn't you like about it?
And you're not allowed to say the graphics.
Yeah. That's like a cop-out. And we all know. We know.
we know. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. We know we haven't uploaded a whole lot, but please go ahead and check out some of the other videos that we have on the channel. And to keep updated with us, make sure you check out our Twitter, PeachPlantProd. Over there, we do a few polls here, like seeing if you want videos like this more in the future, or if you want other video kind of series like us to be able to do. We're looking into ways that we can record Scarlet and Violet for you guys in a really fun and new way, possibly. So we'll be looking for feedback on there as well, so make sure to check that out. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you all in either the next reaction or the next video we post.
See you in like 4 months.
Yeah, see you in like, I don't know, next year.
See you when the game's released.
Yeah. Anyways, bye.
Bye, have a good one. Drink some water, you smell.